mind of another person and incept them. Do you know what I mean? That's like inception, isn't it? That's not normal. That's like a parasitic behaviour. It's a Harkle situation. Oh my God. I've been watching what's he called? He's like a body language expert. I can't remember what he's called. And he was talking about Meghan Markle and Harry. And that makes me really uncomfortable, like watching him discuss their body language and stuff. It's really creepy. He basically like was saying like she's not natural with him, like she's a naturally flirty person, but around him it's more about control, and there's not genuine feelings of like emotion there, and he probably doesn't realise. She tries to emulate. It's like that You series. I don't really like the actor in it, but it's like all that Dirty John one, the Dirty John one, where he like assumes other people's personalities and copycats. That's what they've got going on there. They've got a copycat that's trying to incept their brain and make them think that they're supposed to be with them. You know, that isn't like spiritual or human. It's something different, isn't it? It's something weird, that. I mean, God knows how her family feel like seeing videos like that. They must be like thoroughly freaked out. Must be really freaked out. But he's like been studying the human mind and psychology for decades, so he knows his stuff. I missed it. I was a big fan of them getting together. So, you know, I've changed my mind now. But I didn't like people going on about it. Hiya, Shani. It's I'm going through the zodiac signs. Okay, so you listen to the sign of yourself or your person that you're interested in, and you kind of follow the narrative that's going on in their life. I don't do individual questions. You can pay for a private reading if you want, but I do the zodiac signs, and that's free. It's collective. Spirit guides, universe, and angels, please stand beside me and guide me for Gemini's highest good. How is Gemini feeling in this final week of June 2025 with regards to the one they're thinking about, dealing with, or manifesting in? Three cards for Gemini, please. Okay, we've got the Five of Swords reversed. So we're trying to avoid verbal disagreements, saying the wrong word. We're trying to keep the peace, basically. Okay. Sorry, I didn't show you the artwork. That's someone that, you know, they've fallen out and everyone's walking off in a different direction. And so they may have like had the last word, but they don't look that happy, and neither does anyone else. Okay, so the opposite of that is like we're trying to keep the peace. I mean, you are an air sign, so you're good at holding your breath a lot of the time. Sometimes you might say the wrong thing, but we all do that. Nine of Swords in the challenge position. So Nine of Swords upright is being really like kept awake with worry at night. You know, 9 swords is a lot. That's a lot of thinking, a lot of overthinking, a lot of fear, anxiety. When it's reversed, it's like we're no longer worrying about stuff. This is the challenge. Okay, so there's a lot of swords here. Okay, another challenge is being out in the cold. So that could be money, time, or energy. You know, with Pentacles, it's investment, but it's general investment. So the challenge is, you know, am I going to be out in the cold with this person? Am I going to be out of pocket with this person? Am I going to be embraced by them? You know, will I be supported financially? There's a lot of anxiety here and walking on eggshells, or, you know, just fears about ending up sort of worse off. Now, we've got an Ace of Wands for the one that's showing up in your reading. That is phallic, okay? That is huge amounts of enthusiasm, passion, sexual energy. It's like an ace is what you want met halfway by the universe, okay? So with Ace of Wands, I always get rebirth energy. This is like, you know, I can't wait to start down this path with you. I cannot wait. I am buzzing. I'm so excited. I'm thrilled. I'm on cloud 9. And I tend to get that with people from the past because they just... It's maybe not that the relationship ended, or it could be, but it might be that it never got to the point of being a relationship and it's someone that's like come back into your life. There could be someone from your past that you know, pops up and they're just like thrilled to be in your energy. Aces are number 1 as well, so that would be the start of a new chapter. It's not just that they're happy to see you, it's like they want a new chapter with you. Okay. The Magician reversed. So the Magician card, when it's upright, is all 4 aces. It's the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups. So it's like I've got all the tools to make this work. I've got emotional intelligence, I have got intellect, I've got energy, I've got money. That's reversed, and we know we've got an Ace of Wands, so it's something to do with the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Swords, or the Ace of Pentacles that's the issue. They don't have, they've got energy and enthusiasm, they're motivated for this, but there's something they haven't got. There's one of the aces or 2 of the aces that they haven't got. So there could be a problem of money or strategy, communication, or clarity. No, they've got clarity because it's the Ace of Wands. Communication, strategy, or money. So let's get another card and see. Oh, I know what it is. It's the Ace of Cups that I'm missing, isn't it? 5 of Wands. Okay, so there's a lot of conflict, and that could be inner conflict. Like sometimes you get some news and part of you's happy and part of you's not happy, or sometimes you tell people some news and some people are happy and some people are not, and it causes arguments. Okay, so this could be inner conflict or external conflict. We could have mixed emotions, or people around us could be disagreeing about something. Now, I'm saying we, but these are the cards for your person. So in their reality, either they're confused about something, or they've got mixed, feelings about it, or the people around them have got mixed feelings about it. Ooh. I don't think they're conflicted because they've got the Ace of Wands. So people around them are not supportive of this. Like friends, family, colleagues. Let's get 3 for the outcome. No wonder you've had anxiety, felt left out in the cold. You're trying to like dance to their tune because you're terrified that they're going to walk away because they're being discouraged. In the outcome, we got the 6 of Cups reversed, okay? The 6 of Cups upright is 2 people that are soulmates. It's like, I hold you in such high regard that you're like a member of my family. I have many memories built up with you. We're nostalgic together. That's a really lovely card, but that's reversed. So it could be that someone isn't really a soulmate and you thought they were, or you thought they were going to become that, and they're not. Let's get 2 more. Now the challenge is the Temperance, okay? So that's managing emotions. It's the major arcana for Sagittarius. It's fire energy. She's trying to pour emotions between 2 cups and get the right balance, okay? So we don't want to lose our temper. We don't want to be crying our eyes out. That's a challenge at the moment, okay? So there's a lot of emotions going around. You could be having mood swings. They could be having mood swings. I mean, likely, highly likely when you've got all these influences around you that are discouraging you. We've got the Moon reversed and the Devil reversed. Now, if those 2 were upright, that would be the Fool realises that he must walk forwards anyway, even in the dark. Let's just hide that one a minute. Even in the dark, where we don't know what the future holds, we don't know what's going to come up, what challenges there's going to be, what beautiful things there's going to be. We mustn't let fear govern us, okay? So we must walk forwards anyway. That is the major arcana for Pisces. It's about following intuition, trusting yourself, trusting the plan, walk forwards bravely. The Devil, now that's the major arcana for Capricorn. The Devil is about, well, you could have these in your chart, or your person could. So we've got the Moon and the Devil. So that's Capricorn and Pisces, okay? The Devil is like, I'm obsessed with the fact that I must walk forwards anyway. Those were reversed. See, this is like, I've lost my attachment. I've got free from. I'm getting free from this like fear that's stopping me from moving forwards. Were they reversed or were they upright? I can't remember because it went on about it so much. Were they reversed or were they upright? I think they were reversed, weren't they? Yeah, this is when the Devil card's reversed. That's good. That's a positive reversal because it means that we're breaking free from any sort of obsession or attachment to something. And fear was the issue. Okay. So, unfortunately, you've had blocks with this relationship and it's external people around this person. Let's clarify. Why have they got the Magician reversed? Yeah, negativity. They're surrounded by negative Nellies, okay? People are putting them off. They're making out like it's not going to work. Why are you bothering? Maybe it involves moving, maybe it involves two very different lifestyles, very different personalities, beliefs, I don't know, two different cultures, but someone's like, or multiple people are really, really being negative. Like a dark cloud above, you are depressed, extreme moods. Okay, let's get some more. Playful innocence. Embrace a childish spirit where baby steps lead to joy, not seriousness. Yeah, so the only way you'll kind of find out is by doing it, you know, and just giving it a go. And if it's too damn hard, then you go back, okay? You go back to where you came from. It may be the best thing you ever did. The only way you'll know is by doing it, okay? So this person needs to stop letting people get in their head, letting people have a say. If it's your life, you've got to live it for you. You can't kind of like, what's the word? Portion it up by everyone that's in your life and they all get a stake in it and they all get to tell you what to do. Because it's you that's going to have to live with never trying, or it's you that's going to have to live with a situation that they prefer that you don't even feel in love with. You know, like, that's not fair. You're going to pay the ultimate price, aren't you? Which is your sanity, your happiness, your health. Recording, announcing, expressing, revealing truth. Ooh, what is going on? See, this one confuses me a bit because it's like they're trying to get dirt on you, Gemini. Whoops. That, oh my God, that flew out of my hands. It's like the negative people are trying to get dirt on you to kind of like, you know, show that to this person and be like, there, you don't want them now, do you? That, you know, that's just never going to work, is it? Because that's just going to piss off that person. The more a family try to tell a young person not to do something, they're probably going to want to do it even more. You've moved on, haven't you? Okay, so this person they're worrying. They're worrying, okay? They don't like that this has been getting in the way. They're worried that you've moved on. If love had a weight, would you still carry it? So if it means that their family are, you know, less than supportive, is that going to be an issue for you? You know, are we going to be able to withstand, like, if I come and be with you anyway? Because look how much they want this. You couldn't want anything more. That's ridiculous amounts of enthusiasm, you know, within this person. Unfortunately, they're surrounded by negativity. The people that are supposed to encourage, you know, and support a new relationship, the family, the friends, they can be the ones to end it as well. If they really like want to try to do that, it's quite easy to do that. It's wrong, but it's quite easy to do it. And I've had that. I've had sabotage by that the other person's friends and family a lot of times, actually. You are worthy of love. No proof is needed. Okay, so this person knows that they deserve to choose who they want to be with. And they know that it's wrong, that the people around them are trying to put them off. Okay. Did we get a timing yet? We didn't, did we? It says, distract yourself from the waiting game. Okay, so there might be a lot of things that need sorting out here in order for this to come together. sometimes you need to surrender stuff to the universe, surrender it to your spirit team. If you try to force things or push things forwards, you only exhaust yourself. You know, it's like trying to swim against the tide. That's pretty pointless, and you'll get tired really, really quickly. So the best thing to do is surrender it. And, you know, if you're ever in trouble in the water, the best thing to do is float on your back, because you let the energy and the weight of the water, you're just floating on the top of it. Okay. The worst thing to do is to swim against the tide, because you'll get tired so fast. And you can take that as life advice as well. Sometimes my circumstances, I've worried about them and I've tried and tried and tried, and then a few days later my luck's changed, and I didn't do anything to support that or create that. The external circumstances changed. So in the grand scheme of things, there's much change happening all the time, and it feels like you're stuck, and it feels like you're not getting anywhere. And if, you know, we can worry and worry and worry, and then it sorts itself out anyway. And you're like, well, I wish I'd known that. I could have, like, you know, not been worried at night, or I could have not done job applications till 3 in the morning. But that's life, you know. Ooh. Oh my gosh. Are they married? No wonder people have got a problem with this, if it means a divorce. That's making more sense now. Oh, sorry. Just knocked the tripod. Yeah, because people can be very judgmental, especially older people. Sometimes they can be great, you know, it depends what their own life experience is, what your culture is. People don't like change, because then they worry about how they're going to be affected, and in quite a selfish way. They're thinking, well, great, we'll use this new person, better the devil you know. You know, like, what's the new one going to be like? They're worried about the instability that it will cause for them. So that's interesting, that. Let's get you some advice then, Gemini. Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. Okay, so do you remember what I said about just letting the weight of the water, like, support your body? When you lie in bed at night, just let the weight of the bed support your body as if you're floating on water. Okay, completely relax and trust that we're all exactly where we're supposed to be. Okay, in our own individual journeys, and it's just a stopgap. Things are being worked out. Surrender it to the universe. You know, say, these are the things that I would like. I'm surrendering it to you now to make it so. And we continue to work hard, and we continue to put effort into things, but we can't control someone else's journey and how fast they move along that journey, and we can't have it tomorrow. You know, you got to surrender things and let go of it. If you've been clinging on or overly worried, just surrender it. Just, there's something quite liberating about that, instead of carrying all the weight of the worry. Because when you're overly trying to manage something, it's because you don't trust that everything's going to work out. And there we have it, the third eye. Okay, trust your gut. Go with your intuition. Manifest, ask the things that you want, ask your angels for help. They're not allowed to interfere. Okay, so you have to ask them for help. You have to be clear what you want, say it out loud, and then surrender it, let it go. Sorry, I didn't read it. The frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination and our psychic powers. They say that whenever you have an extreme feeling of gratitude and you don't really know where it's come from, you just feel really like loads of gratitude, that the person that you want is thinking about you as well. I don't know, that's what one of the readers said on one of the channels, and I thought that was really lovely, so I shared it. Let's see what creature you're showing up as. That came out straight away. You got a hyena. Oh, and you got something else. Golden egg. Ooh. Okay, so hyena lives in a hot environment, so that's fire, fire sign, fire energy. They're nocturnal, okay? They come out in the day as well, but they hunt at night. They're scavengers. They look for the dead. They look for, carrion, which is dead, rotting flesh. And they're very important because they're essential to the ecosystem. If that rotting carcass from animals that have been killed earlier on in the day was just left for the next day, and the next day there'd be flies all over it, be all dirty. As soon as that animal has been killed, the hyena will come in and they'll take everything, muscle, skin, bone. And that's their job, they're cleaners. So they're very essential. You could be someone that's very, very important in your workplace or your family dynamic, the glue that holds everything together, or you have some sort of really essential role. Hyenas are very challenged as well because, if they're forced to hunt, they will. But they'll go a long time without water, they'll go a long time without food, they're very scrawny. They wait for their chances, they wait for their opportunities, they have to be incredibly patient. So you may have a job where you're having to be really, really patient, or it doesn't have to be a career, it could be just in life. You're someone with a very, very long fuse. You can survive like the toughest, harshest, most extreme environments, okay, really harsh climates. Golden egg, so that's ethereal. It's not fire, earth, water, air. It's an ethereal symbol. So you'll have to look up golden egg, okay, and see what that means. Is there something really spiritual about this situation and about your journey right now? I mean, a golden egg seems like something very, very special to me. You're part of the ether. I think that's all the cards. Okay, so that's your reading, Gemini. Please take care, okay? Distract yourself from the waiting game. There's stuff that needs to be resolved here, and this all says to me there's going to be an ending, and they're headed straight for you, whoever this is. I got a feeling that you know who this is, because you look very, very upset about something, but it could be a brand new person. But they're trying to get away from their last situation, so that's why you kind of need to back off a little bit, release things to the universe, surrender it. Surrender doesn't mean to just like give up on it. It means like, this is what I'm asking for. I'm going to make a wish, and then I'm going to blow that dandelion, or I'm going to blow that eyelash, whatever your belief is. You will see 1111. I saw it today, actually. Seeing 11:11 on the clock's a really, really good one, because you've got to say whatever your first thought is. What is the one thing, if you could sort one thing out, you know, would it be work? Would it be getting a house sale? Would it be the person that you secretly love, you know, like secretly loving you too? Like, you're forced to, like, whatever that thing is that you want the most, you got to say it before it changes to 11:12. So it's quite a good one, that one. If you're struggling to kind of go, well, if I needed to pick one thing, there's a few things that I'd like. Sometimes a bit of time pressure is good, because you can't overthink it. It's funny, like, when you see 11:11, you tend to see it quite a lot over a few weeks, and then you don't see it for ages. It's not like you're seeing it all the time. It's just, but you won't just see it once. It's like happens for a while, as if there's some sort of gateway open.